Hey guys, thanks for letting me have the mic here. We are going to be showing throwing understable discs versus overstable discs, and specifically fairway drivers on hole number 8 in Maynard, Texas. This is actually East Metro Park Disc Golf Course, hole number 8. It's a signature hole. We've got Monster down there about almost 300 feet down where the bridge is, and the basket itself is 800 feet. So the shots we're taking here first, hopefully be able to demonstrate how throwing some understable stuff not as far as you possibly can and staying out of trouble is a better shot than burning something down there, say 350 feet, but getting in the woods and have to pitch out is better. So let's see if I can throw some good shots here and show you guys what you should be doing on shots like this when the fairway is probably looking like a 50-foot fairway with really deep rough on each side. So first we're going to start with the fuse. It's understable mid-range. We'll throw it on a hyzer and let it kind of flip up flat. And right now there's not much of a wind. Usually there's a headwind, but I'm kind of feeling a tailwind, so a little bit different today. Let's check it out. That was about as good as you get on probably a 70% throw with the fuse. Stayed down the middle the whole time. You probably saw how it kind of flexed up, stayed straight. Try it again. This is a little bit less stable, so a little bit more touchy. The more understable disc you get, the more touchy it gets. So let's see what happens. Wasn't as clean of a shot, but still same idea. Hyzer flipped it up. It started coming right, but I kept it low enough where it didn't get me in any more trouble. Still stayed in the middle. I'm probably about 250, 270 down there. It is a little bit downhill. Let's jump in. This is a overstable fairway driver. These are rivals from Legacy. Still not the disc for this shot, but I want to show you how even a good shot might still get us in trouble. See if I can craft that with probably burning it flat and hard so it's a good shot, but it's going to skip off to the side. Okay, that was about perfect because I actually grip locked a little bit and it came out of my hand a little bit late, but threw a good shot. So it rode the right side of the fairway like a good shot with these would be, and by the time it ran out of speed, came in, it tucked back into the fairway, so we're actually right in the middle of the fairway, right by Hadley's feet. All right, that's a better example. I chopped it off a little bit, trying to create it so it actually would show how it skips off into the rough, but it kind of burned out early because I grip locked it. All right, let's do the stag. This is a West Side Disc stag, 8603. The 0 means it's a little bit less stable in the first part of the flight, so it should flex, it should turn over a little bit, and then it's a 3 at the end, the fade, so it should come back pretty hard. But I'm not really sure how it's gonna play on this hole here. Let's see. I got 2 of the same disc. All right, again, that was like the first rival a minute ago that I threw on the right-hand side, so it ended up being a good shot right where it needs to be, right by the feet of Hadley. All right, that was just a bad shot. All right, now we got 2 that I think are similar, in flight, the Roadrunner and the Freetail. Freetail did really good for us yesterday. Roadrunner is always my go-to. And for the record, it's a 162 Roadrunner, so more flippy than other ones because it's lightweight. And I think it's a full, like a 175 Freetail. Let's do the Roadrunner first. All right. right, I did that one pretty good. I hyzer flipped it nicely. It was more on the left-hand side of the fairway, and I didn't quite pop it hard enough, so it did come out early and get into trouble, but it still didn't get in as much trouble as, like, say, a Wraith or Destroyer would. It actually kind of hit a little softer and then rolled back out. Let's try the free tail. Kind of do the same shot. All right, that was not the same shot. Not fair to the free tail. It was kind of off the back foot, a little bit more nose up and hyzer. Not a good shot. Now I'm going to do 2 faster speed discs that you wouldn't want to throw in this hole, not without a lot of control, which makes it harder to complete this hole without getting a lot of OB, or not OB, a lot of strokes over the par. That's going to be a flamethrower and a kind of a beat-in race. So these should be about the same. I'm going to burn them really hard flat, just kind of see what happens, and hopefully I'll let them go down the center so you'll see how they'll buckle into the left. All right, that was a good example. That Wraith was not. I released it late and it was a bad shot. But when I threw the flamethrower, it was a good shot down the middle. Actually had enough speed to make it turn over just a little bit. But as you saw in the footage from Hadley, it actually is going to come back in, skip, and get us in trouble. So even though it's a good shot down the fairway, at the very end, it's not. So ultimately, that's not a good decision on this hole. All right, 2 overstable mid-ranges. These you might think is a good idea as well. It could be. You really have to throw them hard. They're not going to skip as much as a driver into the rough, but they're actually going to have to be something you still have to play the right side or have enough ante on it or power on it to get to go right before it comes left. Let's see how they do. Got the shotgun from Black Zombie and the verdict here from DD. We'll do shotgun first. That was a really good example. So I threw an overstable disc, overstable mid-range, which is the shotgun from Black Zombie. I burned it pretty good down the right-hand side, flat, straight, with a lot of power. It was coming back like it was a high-speed driver, but since it's a mid-range, it really doesn't skip much. So it could have got us in a lot of trouble with a fast driver, but since it's a mid-range, kind of stuck in the ground and stayed in the fairway. If I can repeat that with the verdict, it should be about the same. This is probably a little bit more stable. It should be more stable than the shotgun. Actually did throw that about the same as the shotgun. It is more stable, so it came out faster. Got me in trouble because I kept it high, didn't skip into the rough, but it was just a bad shot because it was like down the middle. Down the middle would be a good shot for most things. You want to stay in the middle. In this case, middle was bad because it was determined to come left at some point. We're going to move to the last thing, which I think these should be the discs that most likely to fit this hole, if I can pull it off and throw some good shots. So we have the Leopard 3, and the crossbow. Matter of fact, we have new crossbows that just came out that we're going to be putting up for sale probably here in a couple days. We'll get them all ready, but these are beautiful. Haven't even thrown yet. We'll check it out. But let's start with the old school, just Leopard. That was a pretty good shot. Obviously, it was not where I wanted to go as far as I expected it to kind of turn over more. We have a little bit of a tailwind to kind of keep it over, but it never came over like I thought it would. I think I put a little bit too much nose up on it, which basically makes it hyzer out sooner. The Leopard 3 is a little bit less stable, even though this is a heavier disc. See if we can't get this to pop down there, get as close to Hadley as we can. Not a good example. Not giving these the right kind of love they need. All right, there's a little bit of a crossing tailwind. All right, let's do the crossbow. Hopefully I can give a little more love to this one. I usually like that Leopard 3 a lot for this shot. All right, not the best line for it either. It's a little more stable than I thought it would be. So those crossbows probably have to be broken in just a tad bit. But that's the disc we have to show you right now. Get back to the boys here, back in the studio. Back to you.